What's up, guys? Thought I'd give you guys a quick little update on what's been going on with the R32 and to tell you everything that was and some kind of still is wrong with it ever since I bought the car. As you guys saw, it was sitting in the middle of a field for like at least over a year in my last video, and there was quite a good amount of things that was wrong with it. The biggest thing that I had to deal with was replacing the O2 sensors, and it sounds easy, but what was going on was every single time I ordered a part from AutoZone or O'Reilly's, the connector was actually different than the one that was actually on the car. So I was gonna go OEM with Volkswagen, but still, for some reason, the connector was not correct. Like, so this one asked for like a 4-pin, but it was like a red connector. But every single other O2 sensor that I was getting was a black style connector that didn't have like a little lock plastic piece for it to obviously connect. The male and the female wouldn't connect. So that was the biggest thing that I had to deal with. And then so I just stuck with the black connector, said screw it, I'm not going to keep running around and try to find the correct part because I couldn't find it. ECS tuning didn't have it, FCP didn't have it, they all had the black style connector. And if they did have the red style, I had to depin the black connector O2 sensor and put the red style connector on it. Me, I'm not a fan of electrical. I've never done electrical work like that. I know depinning is not hard, but I just could not do it because I just did not have the right tools. So what I ended up doing was I went to this shop in Manteca. It was an audio shop, but one of my friends told me that one of the workers there is super good with electrical. So I hit him up on Instagram and he ended up actually helping me out. And in the process though, they ended up breaking one of my rear sway bar adjustable end links on the passenger side. To this day, it's still broken just because they did not want to fix it. And I'm still talking to them about hopefully fixing it, but they don't want to fix it. The good thing is that they gave me my money back for the work that it did, but I still feel bad that they broke it. And obviously I'm not too happy about it, but I mean, you can't do much. So the O2 sensors, that was probably my biggest like pet peeve that I had to deal with this car. The bags fell out of calibration also. So this car is set up on AccuAir VU4, but it has airlift performance bags on it. But one day I wanted to go lower, so I hit up my buddy and asked if he could help me try to go lower. Did not work out. Somehow the bags fell out of calibration when he was working on it, and the bags would not respond to the controller at all. So these run off also an app called iLevel, and I could not figure out the Wi-Fi situation at all whatsoever just to get the app to respond to the bags. The biggest problem was that the compressors weren't kicking on when we would start the car, so obviously if you have no air, it's not going to go up. So that's what I was dealing with. But then one day we started fiddling with the app, and then we found out how the app connects to the car every single time, but it has to be on. The car has to be on every single time for the app to connect, and then you can adjust your bags however like that. So that's what I've been dealing with. Every single time I have to turn on the car, I have to get out, adjust every single bag and on the right height to what I wanted before I start riding, and then I get in and I leave. This car also had a huge problem with Black Widows. So in my last video, if you didn't see, the car was sitting in a field for X amount of time, and obviously spiders, bugs, and whatever, I already expected it, but I did not expect how many Black Widows I was actually going to come into. So when I took apart the car to actually clean up the engine bay and stuff like that, and just like get off the webs and everything like off, and just, you know, just regular cleaning up, just because it was pretty bad. It was pretty fucking dirty. There was a lot of Black Widows in the engine bay, and it was pretty scary. Like, I don't know about you guys, but I am not a fan of Black Widows. Not a fan. I've ran into like 2 Black Widows that have touched me, and I like go into full panic attack, and just not about Black Widows. Any other spider, whatever. Black Widows, not my thing. Not my thing. Since this car also sat for so long, I think it developed, well, it didn't develop because Volkswagen has a horrible issue with paint defect, clear coat wise. I know the Tornado Red ones deal with it a lot, the black Magic Pearls, and then just the regular black ones. And then I found out that this one, the deep blue pearl ones, also deal with clear coat issues as well. It was horrible. But luckily I found out a buddy of mine who has honestly like some of the cleanest like MK1s, MK2 cars in Modesto. He actually paints. So he has a 20th anniversary GTI MK4 that he also sanded down completely, and he was going to repaint it. And I saw that he was going to do it, so I asked him how much. So he told me $250. He'll paint my roof and my spoiler. There's also some paint defects on the passenger side quarter panel, which I'll show you guys in a picture. But that one doesn't really bother me as much as it was just the hood and then the wing that would pop up on the pictures a lot, and I was not having it, so I just had him do it, and it came out super clean. Big shout outs to him. If you guys ever need your guys' paint maybe corrected or fixed, definitely hit him up. I'll probably put his Instagram down low in the description. That way you guys can just like hit him up. If not, I'll just post it in the video. What else? Oh, so windshields. It had a cracked windshield, whatever, big whoop-de-doo. I have a plug who does windshields and does it relatively cheap. So he replaced my windshield literally, say like 3 weeks into having the car, and then the week right after having the car with the brand new windshield, it broke again. I don't know. So this is my like second windshield. I'm about to replace it, and it's gonna be my third. But other than that, that's pretty much everything that has been wrong with the car. I talked about the bag setup, the AccuAir, and the only thing bad about the AccuAir is that since there's no customer service right now because of the whole what's going on in the world, I can't get helped. There's a shop in Modesto that does nothing but bags and stuff, but they work on certain hours and certain days that I honestly am just mostly busy. So I talked about that, the paint defect, the grill in the middle, the center grill was not it, so I had to replace it, and I ended up actually buying two. One, I put it on and then it fell off while I was at my buddy's house, and then the second one I bought it from the dealership with the metal clips that I did not know I needed, and now it's perfectly flush. The windshields, the Black Widows, that's pretty much it. On the bright side, this car has been giving me nothing but pure joy. No issues whatsoever, except now. So on the NEV R6, there's a crack pipe underneath the intake manifold that has 2 O-rings, and one of the O-rings went bad on the water pump side, but it's an easy fix. I ended up buying the parts from the dealership with, you know, the O-rings. And this is gonna be the part number if you guys ever need them. But yeah, I just need to replace that, and that's pretty much it. I also bought a new car, which, bear with me, it's pretty nice, but I mean, in my opinion, it is. So this is the 20th anniversary. It has no suspension in the back, seats coilovers up front, paint defect on the hood and the hatch. It has the rear lip, it has long beaches, the side skirts were stolen. I have the bumper inside of the car. It's a 1.8 6-speed, if you guys don't know what a 20th anniversary is. Motor and everything is fine except that it's leaking oil. The interior was done up, I would say. and it's just backed up on registration. That's pretty much all it is. But when I bought the car, it came with a second motor, so what I'm gonna end up doing is just swapping over the new motor onto this, because one of the oil pans is stripped. I mean, the oil pan bolts is stripped on this motor, that completely all the threads got ripped out, so it's just leaking hella oil. So I'm just gonna swap that motor in, call it a day, get it running, get it registered, and then I don't know what I'm gonna end up actually doing with it. Hopefully I keep it. If not, then it's probably gonna be for sale soon, so just hit me up, let me know. And thanks for watching.